I'm so sorry.
Welcome to the penultimate day of the 2025 California Winter League season. Two semifinal games are on today's slate, getting underway with this morning's matchup between the number 3 seed Palm Springs Chill and the number 2 seed Canada A's. Today, the dawn is setting on one of these two amazing groups of players in a fight to stay alive. Two of the top-tier offenses in the league set to face off in a Herculean battle to secure the chance to claim the league title tomorrow afternoon. I'm Joey Miller alongside Stephen Buxton at historic Palm Springs Stadium in Palm Springs, California. These teams have faced each other 3 times prior to today in the regular season. The Chill are up on the series 2-1. 2 of the 3 matchups were determined within 1 run, but this week's most recent matchup was a big 7-run morale-boosted win for the Chill, who come into today's matchup with some pep in their step on a 3-game winning streak, including yesterday's quarterfinal 7-3 win over the number 7 Alberta Grizzly. Dominic Bucko 2-run home run in the bottom of the first gave the Chill an early lead that they never relinquished, bolstered by a breakaway 5-run 4th inning. The Chill are an offense that can come out guns a-blazing, while the Canada A's have kind of stalled early in games, and they save most of their work for late innings, late offensive explosion. In a winner-go-home game like this, especially against an equally dominant offense that can meticulously pour the pine like the Palm Springs Chill can. Stephen, what is the objective today for the Canada A's to keep pace with that amazing Palm Springs Chill offense on their trend of positive momentum down the stretch of the season?
Well, it's what they couldn't do last week. They played against them last week, lost 9-2, and it's the same guy on the mound. They need to get Ryan Schroeder out of this game as soon as they can, and it's going to be really difficult. He throws a lot of strikes. He doesn't walk nearly anyone. In his last 3 appearances, he's thrown 8 1/3 innings with just 1 walk. And he works quickly. He's been dominant this season, an ERA in the low 2s. So if they can get to that bullpen as soon as possible, an A's offense that's been kind of stumbling for their standards lately is going to have a chance to take this one out.
Absolutely. You mentioned it's going to be Ryan Schroeder on the mound for the Palm Springs Chill. Donnie Goods will be on the mound for the Canada A's. We'll tell you much more about them and the starting lineups when we come back. Getting ready to get underway for the 2025 California Winter League semifinals. Just 1 day away from the championship. Get ready, fans. We're here live on the California Winter League YouTube channel. Welcome back to historic Palm Springs Stadium. We're getting ready for some semifinal baseball. Joey Miller, Stephen Buxton, and yesterday was the quarterfinals that determined the matchups that we're getting set to see here today. It was the Blue Sox taking the win over the Palm Springs Power, and they advanced to face number 1 Team China this afternoon. But yesterday the Palm Springs Chill overtook the Alberta Grizzly for a chance to play the number 2 seed, Canada A's. And we'll take you through the Chill lineup right now. In the on-deck circle getting ready to kick this game off is the left fielder Caleb Ware. He'll be followed by center fielder Dominic Bucco, who had that big home run that propelled them to that quarterfinal win early in the game. Isaiah Fleming in the DH spot to follow him, a Session 2 guy. Jarrett Burney, one of the hottest hitters in the California League, at shortstop in the 4 spot. John McGuire at third base. Jamonte Woods at first base. Jamonte Woods has also been excellent down the stretch. Tristan Charlo at second base to follow him. Then Ethan Roberts, who moves from the top of the lineup to the 8th spot. He'll be in right field today. And then Nick Chusano behind the dish today to round out the lineup. And on the mound today for the Canada A's is Donnie Goods, the Ohio native from a 4-stoplight town. And he just officially signed with the newest Frontier League expansion team, the Down East Bird Dogs in North Carolina, last Friday. And for Donnie Goods, when he throws strikes, he has had great outings. When he doesn't, he's been 50-50. 15 innings pitched this season, 6 appearances, a 2-0 record with 1 save. Typically has gone no more than 3 innings each appearance. And I heard from him today that the cutoff is 50 pitches, so don't expect him to go over 50 pitches today. We'll keep track of that as we go along here, but he's coming off a very solid appearance, only giving up 1 run in the first 3 innings to Team China, who picked himself up from his worst performance of the season last Friday against the Power, where he gave up 5 in a 14-run lead situation coming into the final inning of that. And now he'll look to be solid here for his Canada A's, getting ready to kick off some semifinal baseball. Caleb Ware steps into the box. And the first pitch of the game misses inside for ball 1 at exactly 10 a.m. on the dot, Pacific Standard Time. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you listening. The next pitch misses low and outside for ball 2. Donnie Goods throwing some dots right now, just trying to work the inside and outside corner, but has not found a pitch that the umpire behind the plate has liked. The 2-0 is on the ground towards the third baseman, Sam Rudo, grabs it on a couple hops and throws to first. He was kind of drawn in defensively speaking, but he gets the first out on 3 pitches there.
Yeah, and Donnie Goods has been great all year. If you look at his stat lines per game, the only games he has struggled with were against the Palm Springs Power. Other than that, he's been outstanding. It's been 1 or 2 or less runs every single time out, and the Power are out of the playoffs, so it should be another good one here.
Yeah, obviously not having to worry about the team that put up 5 on him, but if any team can put up even more, it would be the Palm Springs Chill. Here comes the lefty Dominic Bucco, who got things started with a big home run yesterday's game. He hits the first pitch out to deep center field, about 10 feet shy of the warning track. It's Juan Francis who tracks that one down for out number 2. We'll give you the defensive alignment here for the Canada A's. It's Matthew Warren in left field, as we just mentioned. Juan Francis in center. Deontay Jackson getting the start in right field. The infield from left to right on your radio dial is going to be Sam Ruda at third, Jorge Colon at short, Dane Simon at second, and Stan King at first. Behind the plate is Matthew Ward. And here comes Isaiah Fleming, who swings and misses on the first pitch. Looked to be a slider cutting inside on the lefty. A nice pitch there for strike 1. First strike into the glove of Matthew Ward on the day as Donnie Goods looks to get out of the top of the first unscathed. He gets the next pitch on the ground by Fleming to Jorge Colon. And a nice pick there by Stan King ends the inning. It's a perfect 1-2-3 inning to kick off this ball game. No score as we send it to the bottom of the first here on the California Winter League YouTube channel.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99, including one mouth-watering entree, a refreshing beverage, a $10 power card, and a whole lot of fun, which means you enjoy a delicious meal for under $10. Oh, look, that's 5 good things. Good things come in threes at Dave & Buster's with the Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Buy online or in-store today.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
A quick 6-pitch top of the first. Donnie Goods gets out of it. And starting on the mound for the Palm Springs Chill is the righty, Ryan Schroeder, the San Diego native, just about 2 hours south of here in Palm Springs. No score between the Canada A's and the Palm Springs Chill in this semifinal matchup. And Schroeder has been excellent this season. He last pitched in the Pecos League for the North Platte 80s. He'll get ready to face the switch-hitting Juan Francis. Goes in at the left side. He's been an excellent leadoff as of late. The first pitch is taken for strike 1. Juan Francis, in his last game, he led off against Team China, the last game of the regular season. He got the game started with a leadoff double to dead center as he swings and misses for strike 2, quickly behind 0-2. And after him, 15 straight were retired. Canada A's finally put something together in the later innings as this one's right back into the glove, a line drive into Ryan Schroeder's glove. Happy birthday, and that's out number 1. So out 1 recorded on the excellent play. Quick reaction time by Ryan Schroeder. Brings up Dane Simon, the righty, who gets ready for the first pitch. He gets this one on the ground foul, straight into home plate. And there's strike 1. A little bit more about Ryan Schroeder, who just made that excellent play. He's 3-0 on the season, 6 appearances and 5 starts. Only 5 walks in 18 1/3 innings pitched. Really, really excellent at throwing strikes. That's how you succeed in this league, as he gets another strike on a foul ball into home plate again by Dane Simon. And it's 0-2. Dane Simon, when he can get on base, he's dangerous. 10 stolen bases on the season. As he gets this one on the ground, it's softly hit to John McGuire, who can't make a play on it, and he's safe at first with an infield single. And there's that speed I was just mentioning. It was basically a swinging bunt there. And now the first base runner of the game is for the Canada A's with 1 out for Sam Ruda.
Yeah, basically knew that was going to be a single right off the bat. It says 84 off the bat. That seems a little bit generous with how slow it was, and by the time John McGuire got to it, there wasn't even going to be a chance at a play.
I definitely agree there. Here's Sam Ruda, a .405 batting average, and an excellent season, typically at the 3 spot for the Canada A's. He takes ball 1, the first ball issued by Ryan Schroeder. There's a runner at first and 1 out for Ruda. He's been at the top of a lot of leader charts for the California Winter League all season as he fouls one back for strike 1 and even 1-1 count. Currently, the only thing he's in first for a positive offensive category is his 18 RBIs. Really impressive. He can get the job done in the spot that he's in. As he's facing Schroeder here and swings and misses at a changeup up in the zone. He falls behind 1-2. Like I said, you got to watch Dane Simon at first base. When he's got the green light, he'll go. He's second in the league in stolen bases, as there's a throw over to check on Simon as we speak about it. Schroeder must have heard me here in the booth or something. But Ruda's kind of just been one of those guys who really gets it done, right?
Yeah, he's been in a little bit of a slump lately, just one hit over the last 4 games, but even with that, again, he's still top in the league in a lot of stats. Not top of the league, but top 5 in almost every stat. He's basically carried this offense for the season.
He fouls one back into the screen above the on-deck circle where Matthew Ward stands. Chance at a double play here with the middle infielders Jarrett Burney and Tristan Charlo in double play depth accordingly. Burney a bit closer to second base. Expecting something up the middle. The 1-2 again. This one's hit on the ground to Tristan Charlo. Gets past his glove and into right field. First to third is Dane Simon. There's a single there by Sam Ruda to get runners at the corners with 1 out. So back-to-back singles brings up Matthew Ward and a chance to strike first here in the semifinal game. Bottom of the first, 1 out. And Matthew Ward, today's catcher, on the season a .304 hitter. On-base percentage has not dropped under .409 all season, which is why he's in the cleanup spot today. He takes a deep breath while looking at his bat and gets ready to face the righty, Ryan Schroeder, who fires the first pitch in there for strike 1.
And this is exactly how you have to approach Schroeder. Attack early in the count, find anything in the zone, just try and put the barrel on the ball. It felt like they were a little more passive the last time out.
Next pitch, an off speed, and it looked like Ward was eager on it. He still got a piece of it into home plate, and it's 0-2. Everybody in normal depth now with the runners at the corners. The fastest runner at third base right now. And the Canada A's will happily take a fly ball to the deep outfield if possible. There's a pitch outside, and it's ball 1. 1-2 on Matthew Ward, who against the chill this season has not gotten a hit. He's 0 for 4 with a couple strikeouts. The 1-2 misses outside on a fastball. And now it's 2-2. Schroeder adjusts his cap and steps back on the rubber, working from the stretch. He finds a sign he likes from his battery mate, Nick Chusano. Next pitch in the dirt. Nice stop there by Chusano to keep it in front of him, and everybody where they are. The count goes full on Matthew Ward. Another big breath for the batter, Matthew Ward. Schroeder comes set at the chin and fires the payoff pitch. This one hit into left field. That'll fall fair. Dane Simon jogs in to score the first run. Coming to second is Ward on a nice RBI double to get 2 runners in scoring position. Still 1 out, and the Canada A's kick things off 1-0 here in this semifinal game.
Great job by Matthew Ward. Gets a fastball up and in, pulls in the hands and lines it right down the line. Gets in fair and, more importantly, drives in a run. Again, this is exactly how you want to start for this A's offense. Get on top and just put as much pressure on Schroeder as you can.
Exactly, and also winning the battle on a full count there. And Schroeder now in danger with 1 out and 2 in scoring position as there's a fastball that misses high, getting Nick Chusano to pop up to his feet. It's Stan King in the game here. Early offense for the Canada A's, something we haven't seen of them in their last couple matchups. As the next pitch misses low, and it's a 2-ball count on the first baseman today. Stan King patiently awaits the 2-0. This one on the ground to the right side, it's fair. It's grabbed by Woods. He'll step on the bag and exchange and out for another run. It's 2-0 Canada A's on the RBI ground out. Really great work for the Canada A's, finally coming to life early in this game.
And importantly there, too, it moves Ward over to third base. So, again, any hit scores him, too.
Good point, but there are 2 outs now as the first pitch misses out for Matthew Warren, another lefty. 4 lefties in this lineup, 5 if you include the switch hitter, to face this righty, Schroeder, who's behind 1-0, now 1-1 as he gets the call on the outside edge. Even count on Warren, who since his 7-game hitting streak ended on last Saturday has gone 4 games without a hit. Next pitch misses low, and it's a 2-1 count. 2 outs and a runner at third. The Canada A's have taken the 2-0 lead here in the first, as this one's up the middle for a clean RBI single. There's his first hit in 4 games, and it's a big one, as now the A's up 3-0 here in the bottom of the first.
Joey, we talked about this. A's offense has been slumping a little bit, putting up just 2 or 3 runs the last couple of games. Both Matthew Warren and Sam Ruda didn't have hits in any of those contests. Now they're both on the board. They've both got, or Warren's got an RBI. Ruda has a run scored, and the A's are up 3-0 in the playoffs.
Deontay Jackson gets one on the ground towards John McGuire. He'll flip on to the second baseman, Charlo, for out number 3. And you're absolutely right, Stephen. The Canada A's offense has woken. Don't poke the bear. It's 3-0 after 1. The Canada A's lead it over the Palm Springs Chill on the California Winter League YouTube channel.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the art scene, or dining at restaurants, when they spend money, we all score. The nearly $1 billion impact of short-term vacation rentals generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and many other programs that improve our daily lives. To learn why short-term rentals are a grand slam for the home team, visit onecv.org.
Family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
One inning down here, and boy, you got to be feeling good if you're Donnie Goods. A clean top of the first, followed by 3 runs of run support on 4 hits. Only 6 pitches got him out of the first. Donnie Goods is back on the mound to face the middle 3 of this Palm Springs Chill lineup as his Canada A's lead 3-0 after 1. There's strike 1 called on Jarrett Burney, one of the hottest hitters in the California Winter League. It's really a matchup of the 2 top averages, Burney and Ruda, today. As the next pitch misses outside, it's 1-1 on Jarrett Burney, who leads the league in batting average, .438, and 21 hits on the season. What an excellent Winter League season Jarrett Burney has had, the Georgia native, as he takes ball 2 low off of Donnie Goods. In the past 3 games, he's gone 6 for 11 with 4 RBIs. Has just been an absolute dominant threat as he takes the next pitch inside for ball 3. Just trying to get on base like none of his other 3 counterparts in the first inning could, to try and chip away at this now big 3-run deficit. The 3-1 to Burney. Misses up and outside. It's ball 4 issued by Donnie Goods to lead things off here in the second.
And if you're on that chill dugout, if you're in that chill dugout right now, you're hoping for the exact same thing that happened to the A's from the chill the last time these two teams met. In the second inning, Jarrett Burney led it off, got on base, and after a couple of batters later, Nick Chusano popped one up and everything just broke loose.
You're absolutely right. If any team in this league can put together big innings, especially down the stretch, it has been the Palm Springs Chill. John McGuire now up. He takes the first pitch up and outside for ball 1. John McGuire, today's third baseman, has typically found himself in the hot corner. Takes the next pitch that misses somewhere around the zone for 2-0. Started off the season blazing hot, has since kind of cooled down heading into the playoffs, but he's kept his batting average above 300 all season as a consistent starter. The 2-0 swung on and missed. 84-mile-per-hour fastball blew it by him. He was not ready for that one, as now it's a 2-1 count on the newest Joliet Slammer. Signed a couple weeks ago. He was one of the first signings out of the California Winter League to the Frontier League. A throw over to first to check on Burney. Burney's got the burners, as he has 6 stolen bases on the season, and in the past 3 games has had 2 of them, a third of his season's total. No outs, top of the second, and another throw over to Jarrett Burney, who's just really one step off of first base. And I think Donnie Goods is just trying to play with the timing right now. Something you can really do without a pitch clock. But once Donnie Goods gets his way to the Down East Bird Dogs this summer, he's going to have to be aware of that pitch clock. As the next pitch hits for strike 2, a called strike. Now it's a 2-2 count on John McGuire. And another thing to worry about in the Frontier League, it's 2 disengagements you get for free in any at-bat, any batter matchup. There's a check swing as it misses low, and he did go around. So there's the first strikeout of the game on John McGuire. Gets out number 1 here in the top of the second to bring up Jamonte Woods. But to finish my point, after the second disengagement, if you go over to first and don't get the runner out, it's considered a balk. It's just something that the Frontier League has implemented recently to pick up the pace of play and get out of games. It's definitely cut down on the timing of games in the 2 seasons that I've been in the Frontier League. The first pitch misses low for ball 1 to Jamonte Woods. Batting from the left side, he's one of the 2 lefties to go up against this southpaw pitcher. He looks over at Burney. Goods does and fires up and outside for ball 2. And right now, Goods just needs to hit the strike zone, Steven.
Yeah, he needs to hit the strike zone, but it's dangerous against this part of the lineup because you've got Jamonte Woods, who's been absolutely hammering the ball, just producing doubles.
He takes a pitch inside for ball 3.
And anything he puts in play, Jarrett Burney could score on if it's in the gap. This is one of the most athletic teams in the Winter League. With Jarrett Burney, you've got Ethan Roberts, Caleb Ware. They can all fly around the bases.
Isaiah Fleming as well, a new addition. Next pitch misses in, and it's a 4-pitch walk. 2 walks, and now 2 runners on between the strikeout. 1 out here for Tristan Charlo and a runner in scoring position.
And we mentioned that second inning the other day against the A's. It wasn't exactly crushing the ball that got things going. Again, Nick Chusano hit a pop fly in the infield. It fell to the ground with 2 outs. Jarrett Burney was running all the way, and he scored there.
He's only 2 bases away from scoring the first run of the game for the Palm Springs Chill, who are behind 3-0 to the Canada A's here in the top of the second. And the first pitch is a called strike to Tristan Charlo, the second baseman today. Charlo, 167 hitter, however, does have 10 RBIs. He fell under the Mendoza line in the past 2 games, going 0 for 5 with 4 strikeouts. He takes ball 1 and now an even count on the 7 spot today. Not much of a breeze to speak of. It's a beautiful 65 and sunny here in Palm Springs, California. Next pitch misses inside. Moving his legs is Tristan Charlo. It's now a 2-1 count on this lefty to righty matchup. Goods comes set from the third base side of the rubber. And now fires the 2-1. There's a big swing and a miss. Revved up the velo on that one, 86. To catch him fishing there, he just needs one more strike to get the second out here in the top of the second. Goods collects at the belt. Looks back at Bernie at second a couple times and now fires the 2-2. His bat splits as Charlo fouls one down the right field line. He'll need a new piece of lumber here for a continued 2-2 count.
Man, that ball looked like it had a chance to get down the line. I mean, that bat almost died a hero. About a couple feet to the left, that thing's going down for at least a double and scoring Bernie.
Especially in this big outfield. Deontay Jackson in right field kind of playing in a little bit just in case he needs to get the throw in. And it gets past one of his infielders on the right side. So Charlo has got himself a new bat, and he steps into the batter's box with it. It's going to be a 2-2 count again. Donnie Goods stares down the barrel of Matthew Ward's face mask. Finds a sign, and now fires the 2-2 again. Misses inside, and the count runs full. Big battle here for Donnie Goods, who got out of the first inning with just 6 pitches and has since had 4 batters faced with 1 out here in the top of the second, 3 of which have gotten to a 3-ball count, 2 of which are aboard due to a walk. The 3-2, there go the runners, a double steal, but it won't matter as there's ball 4, and the third walk of the inning loads up the bases with 1 out.
And you can tell Goods is feeling the pressure now. Again, that quick first inning, everything went perfect for him. And he was sitting around 83 to 85 on the fastball. The last 6 he's thrown have all been 86, 87, and he's been sitting at 87 for the last couple pitches too.
So ever since the bottom of the first, where it really seemed like the Canada A's got all this early momentum, for the first time in many games, the Canada A's finally struck first. Now they find themselves still with a 3-0 lead, but bases loaded and 1 out. The tying run at first in Tristan Charlo as the mound meeting between Donnie Goods and Matthew Ward ends here. They'll face off against Ethan Roberts, who can absolutely fly around the base paths. Got himself an inside-the-park home run against these A's on a huge 3-for-4 game in the final game of the regular season just on Wednesday. 3 RBIs. Now he has a chance to really do the same here. First pitch to Roberts. Misses just below the knees. It's a 1-0 count on the righty. Roberts has gone 6 for 10 against these Canada A's on the season as he gets a called strike there, middle out. 1-1 on number 1 for the Palm Springs Chill. 3-0 top of the second. Bases loaded and 1 out for Donnie Goods. Comes set and fires the 1-1. There's another one at the knees, and Roberts did not like that call. He steps out of the box to take some time here. And now a 2-strike count. Goods just trying to get the second out of the inning. Next pitch is fired right into the dugout of the Palm Springs Chill. Watch your lips, everybody.
I mean, he almost just decapitated Nick Chusano right there.
Not an ideal thing because Nick Chusano has been kind of one of those workhorses behind the plate. A really trusted catcher for Tom Vaith and his Palm Springs Chill all season. Back into the tension here. It's 1-2 again. The pitch misses just below the knees there in the dirt. It's a 2-2 count on Ethan Roberts. 3 walks have gotten Jarrett Burney, Jamonte Woods, and Tristan Charlo aboard here with 1 out. The pitch cuts inside. He gets a piece of it and fouls it off on the pole side. Again, a 2-2 count. And a 7th pitch of this at-bat coming up next. Donnie Goods trying to be selective with his spots. Quick pitch there, and 2-2 finds its way into the bleachers. Near a fan with a dog. The ball rolls down the bleachers there. The dog tries to get it, but he's leashed. Another 2-2 count for Ethan Roberts. Donnie Goods just trying to find one positive push to get him out of this situation. The 2-2. Next pitch floats up and outside on a breaking ball that did not break. It's 3-2 on Ethan Roberts. The 9 spot Nick Chusano in the on-deck circle if Ethan Roberts can't get the job done here with 1 out. Full count, swung on and missed. A huge strikeout for Donnie Goods. Gets the 2nd out of the inning, his 2nd strikeout of the inning. And that brings up Nick Chusano with a chance to cash in these runs. Still down by 3. The Palm Springs Chill trying to deny the shutdown inning here in the top of the 2nd. 2 outs, bases loaded for the righty Chusano. The first pitch swung on and missed. A nice pitch there at 86. Tailing towards the edge of the zone just beyond the reach of his bat. He's back in the box and ready to go. The 0-1 misses inside. And right now, Goods is just throwing fastballs, Steven.
Yeah, and it feels like ever since that meeting that they had at the mound, he's only thrown 3 breaking balls since. It was a long at-bat against Ethan Roberts, but he's found the zone with that fastball. The misses have been so much closer.
Here's the 1-1. Misses just low here. And ahead of the count now is Nick Chusano. Chusano against the A's, only 1 hit for 8 at-bats, a couple RBIs. Yesterday versus the Grizzly in the quarterfinals, went hitless, 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. Here's the 2-1. This one fouled back to the backstop. And now Donnie Goods is just 1 strike away from getting the big 0 here in the top of the 2nd. A huge momentum shift could happen for the Palm Springs Chill if something comes off the bat of Nick Chusano here with 2 outs. The 2-2 is fouled just over the bleachers on the right side into Sunrise Park. The count stays at 2-2. He can erase the blemish of 3 walks that have loaded the bases here in the top of the 2nd. Goods looks around and fires the 2-2. Misses inside. Drama rises here early in this semifinal game between the 3 and 2 seed. The momentum builds for Donnie Goods, who comes in now with a payoff pitch with 2 outs. All runners going as the pitch misses inside. A hard 90 by Nick Chusano gets the 4th walk of this inning, walks in a run. It's 3-1, still in favor of the A's, and still 2 outs for the top of the lineup in Caleb Ware. Unfortunate battle to lose there by Goods as he does not get the shutdown inning and allows the first run to plate for the Chill. There's a swing and a miss. Chasing is Caleb Ware, who grounded out on 3 pitches to lead off this ball game. He falls behind 0-1. Goods the 0-1. Misses outside. It's a 1-1 count on Caleb Ware. 0 for 8 now against the Canada A's on the season. The righty hits this one on the ground to the left side. Ruda cuts it off and flips on to second for out number 3. The Palm Springs Chill score 1, but are still behind by 2 as we head to the bottom of the second here in the semifinal game on the California Winter League YouTube channel.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
The Palm Springs Chill cash in on 1 run from four walks by Donnie Goods, struggling to find the zone in the top of the second, but luckily his Canada A's have provided the 3-1 lead that they carry into the bottom of the second. A big break for Ryan Schroeder as he comes back on the mound. It was a 40-pitch inning for Donnie Goods. He's at 46 through the first 2. We were talking in the pregame show, Stephen, about how they're trying to limit pitch count. He's only really given a leash of 50, so it'll be interesting to see if they bring in a new pitcher next inning.
Yeah, and for the Chill, I mean, I know you only put up 1 run, but they didn't even have to put a ball in play to do so. It was the 4 walks. The last ball, the only ball they put into play was a Caleb Ware ground out. I mean, the momentum has to at least getting towards their end about as well as you can with a 2-run deficit.
You got to hit something. You can't just expect to take walk after walk. However, it has worked for other teams before in the California Winter League season. The first pitch to Grayson Moeller is hit to the right side. 1 hop picked up by Charlo. The throw goes wide, and Moeller reaches on the leadoff error on the throw by Charlo. Unfortunate way to start the inning. It pulled Jamonte Woods off the bag there, the throw did.
It looks like Ryan Schroeder is trying to campaign to that umpire that Jamonte had his foot on first still. It looked like he gave it a good chance. It would have taken an incredible play, but the throw just took him too far off.
Jorge Colon, the 9 spot, gets on here with a runner at first. First pitch hits for strike one. It looked like it was heading outside the zone to the righty, but had some late movement back in the zone on the arm side. Quick throw over to first. Diving back to first base is Grayson Moeller. Definitely a person you want to keep your eye on. He can fly around those bases. He's got 13 hits of the season, 6 of which are extra base hits, 2 of which are triples. He's only got 2 stolen bases on the season, however, because of it. The pitch gets past the glove of Chusano, and Moeller advances on the wild pitch. It's a 1-1 count now on Jorge Colon, and a runner in scoring position. The A's trying to add some insurance here. They lead it 3-1 here in the bottom of the second over the Palm Springs Chill to see who advances and whose season ends in just a couple hours. Schroeder comes set for the 1-1 to 1-1. Jorge Colon, number 11, takes the pitch low for ball 2. Colon, a .243 hitter, 11 Ks and 7 walks on the season. A 2-1. On the ground towards the shortstop, Bernie. He fires onto third to get the lead runner out. The tag is applied, and out number 1 is recorded, getting Grayson Moeller to fall and head back to the dugout. Smart play there by Bernie, as the Chill are just trying to limit runs here.
Yeah, it's a great job by Bernie. You know that most ground balls like that, you're not even taking the chance at third, but it was hit hard enough at Bernie, and it was right at him, too, that he was able to pop up and just deliver a strong throw to John McGuire at third. It's a really smart play there.
So the E4 that led off this inning is erased, but Jorge Colon is aboard on the fielder's choice. The next pitch by Juan Francis hit up the middle to Jared Bernie, who steps on second and throws to first. A quick twin bill killing double play. 6-pitch inning for Ryan Schroeder. Gets out of it with a 0. And the score remains 3-1, still in favor of the Canada A's through 2 innings here on the California Winter League YouTube channel. We're into the third. The Canada A's lead it 3-1 over the Palm Springs Chill in the quest to see who advances to the championship. The number 2 seed Canada A's in charge here against the number 3 Chill. Joey Miller, Stephen Buxton from the booth here at Palm Springs Stadium. And kicking off the third inning is Dominic Bucko, who takes strike 1 from Donnie Goods, who comes back on the mound after a 40-pitch inning, that being his 47th in 2+ innings of work. Next pitch also hits on a late call there by the home plate umpire. Pretty much the same pitch as Bucko calls for a time. Bucko's been kind of a guy that Tom Vaith has really liked in that 3 spot. He's been one of the favorites of Tom Vaith out of the Pittsburgh area, I believe. Has told me that he's a big Steelers fan. Pitch misses outside. It's 1-2 on Bucko, which is probably the only discrepancy that his manager, Tom Vaith, has against him, considering Vaith comes from Baltimore. There's a bit of an NFL rivalry there. The next pitch cuts up and in and hits him right around the rib cage, and he looks bruised here. He is crouched down. He has not made his way towards first. It's a hit by pitch that leads off the third inning. He gets to his feet and starts to strip some of his gear off. Tom Vaith comes over to check on him. Looks like it hit him kind of in the abdomen there. Might have taken the wind out of his sails. But it looks like he's standing up just fine.
Yeah, and the good sign is the fact that he was able to stand up, and he's making every effort immediately just to make his way down to first base. It's really a question of probably catching your breath at that point once you get an 87-mile-an-hour fastball to the ribs. Whether or not the pain is going to subside is a different question, but just as long as you can catch your breath and get yourself ready for that next play. That can't feel good, though, but feels a lot better knowing he's on first base.
Athletic trainer Lance Wenzel comes over to check on him. He says he's fine, and he's at first. It'll be Isaiah Fleming, the DH, who steps in here with nobody out. And now Donnie Goods has reached the 50-pitch benchmark, which prompts some bullpen action. Does not look like a serious bullpen right now. The first pitch to Fleming misses low for ball one. It looks to be Austin Turley in the pen right now, just in case things get out of hand like they did last inning. The 1-0 misses low and gets off the glove of Ward. It kicks out of the dirt. Dominic Bucko advances on the wild pitch. It's 2-0 on Isaiah Fleming. He ended the first, that quick 6-pitch inning that made Donnie Goods look so good right out of the gate. His team still has the lead for him, 3-1 Canada A's over the Palm Springs Chill. As Goods comes set again. The runner at second now. The pitch slowly slurves off the plate. It's a 3-0 count now. At risk of another walk, which is really what got him the damage in the first inning. 3-0, hits down the middle. Kind of near the letters. Top part of the strike zone there, and it's a 3-1 hitters count for Fleming. Bucko in scoring position, a chance to score the second run for the Chill as they try and chip away at this deficit. Here's the 3-1. Misses low and inside. There's walk number 5 today from Donnie Goods. And 2 straight free bases to kick off the third inning.
And Joey, I was waiting last inning to tell you how this Chill team, they don't need to slug the ball. They just put it in play, and they'll really terrify you on the bases. They've only put 3 balls in play so far today, and they've had 6 base runners already.
And that's really impressive, but, a lot of teams can take advantage of so many mistakes, and I speak generally about a lot of these offenses in this league that have found so much success from just the misfortune of a pitching staff. The Canada A's do not have a poor pitching staff. Donnie Goods got signed to the Frontier League for a reason. But right now, he just needs to find the strike zone and keep the Canada A's bats in the batter's box for longer. Jared Burney, who led off the second inning with a walk, came around to score the only run of the game, takes the first pitch for ball 1. The 1-0 misses outside. It's 2-0 on Burney. 3-1. The Canada A's lead the Palm Springs Chill. Runners at first and second, and nobody out here in the top of the third. Goods, the 2-0. Misses outside. Again, just out of the hands And a bit of an early release for Donnie Goods, who falls behind 3-0 for the second straight batter. Goods once again comes set. The 3-0 misses outside, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. 3 straight free bases to kick off the third inning. 6 walks on the day in 2+ innings of work, and that's going to bring Noche out to cut this right now and nip this in the bud. Donnie Goods does not look pleased with himself. Austin Turley quickly finishing up in the bullpen as he'll make his way onto the mound. There's the pitching change, and when we come back, we'll tell you more about Austin Turley. Bases loaded, nobody out. The Canada A's up 3-1, but in danger here on the California Winter League YouTube channel. The first pitching change of the semifinals. The Canada A's lead it by 2, but are in danger here in the top of the third as Donnie Goods, today's starter, has loaded up the bases on 3 straight free bases, a hit by pitch and 2 walks, making Paul Noce need to make the pull and go to the pen for Austin Turley, who comes into the game, the righty, who comes in a tough spot here. Donnie Goods goes 2+ innings. His line not finished. Does not give up a hit, but gives up 6 walks and 7 total free bases. Only 2 strikeouts and 59 pitches in those 2+ innings. Austin Turley coming into his 7th appearance on the year. Only one of those a start. He's typically been out of the pen behind Paul Torelli. Paul Torelli will not make an appearance immediately here, but in 16 2/3 innings, he's struck out 10. He's walked 8 and has gotten 18 hits off of him. And against the Chill was his last outing. He's faced the Chill twice. Last time was the loss that they took earlier this week, where he gave up an earned run on 2 hits in 2 innings. He's looking to be the medicine that Paul Noce needs to keep this line at 2. The advantage that they have here in the top of the third. Here comes John McGuire to the plate. Again, nobody out and bases loaded. The first pitch from Turley gets a big swing and a miss. A nice changeup. He was expecting fastball first pitch. A nice pitch that sinks low for strike 1 on McGuire. Everybody on base is the responsibility of Donnie Goods. The 0-1. Misses low and in the dirt for ball 1. This has got to be the worst position to be in if you're a pitcher coming in such a tight spot in such an important game like this. Turley comes set, takes a breath, fires the 1-1. This one on the ground to the shortstop, Colon. He misplays it and does not get an out at second. A run comes across to score on the E6 there. It otherwise, if it was fielded cleanly, might have been a double play or at least just 1 out here. Everybody moves station to station. And now it is a one-run ball game, 3-2, still in favor of the Canada A's, and far from being out of the woods on the defensive side for the Canada A's as well. Bucko comes across to score. Everybody moves up. And now Jamonte Woods hits this first one right into the glove of Stan King at first base. A big sigh of relief for the Canada A's as they finally get the first out. Especially a big sigh because if that had gotten past the glove, that would have been huge. With the speed of Jamonte Woods, that would have at least gotten 2, maybe 3 runs in.
Yeah, and that was 98 off the bat. That was definitely going to go down the line, maybe to the wall. It was a hot shot. A great job by King getting in front of that.
So now it's Tristan Charlo, who was one of those 6 walks by Donnie Goods. Was left stranded last inning. He softly serves this one into center field. Juan Francis has some forward momentum. A nice throw into home plate. Limits the guy at third base and Isaiah Fleming from coming in. A nice applause from the crowd here. A big play by Francis. And now 2 outs here for a chance to keep the lead. Ethan Roberts is going to try to be the hero for the Palm Springs Chill here in the top of the third. Ethan Roberts, one of the 2 strikeout victims from Donnie Goods. Austin Torelli looking to be a savior. This one hit on the ground, left side. Tried to be barehanded by Tom Vaith, who stands at third base. Cannot glove it cleanly. On a couple hops there. Nevertheless, it's a foul ball, and Ethan Roberts behind 0-1, who battled mightily against Donnie Goods in a 3-2 count and lost that battle. Found himself with bases loaded the last time he was up as well. There's an off-speed that misses high, and now it's a 1-1 count. Fleming at third, Bernie at second. John McGuire reached on the error. He's at first. Turley looks down. Big leg kick and fires. This one fouled, and it's just going to get over the bleachers on the first base side. And now 1 strike away is Austin Turley from keeping the Canada A's lead intact. It's 3-2 Canada A's. The go-ahead run is at second. Here in the top of the third, 1 run has already come across for the Palm Springs Chill. They've scored in both of the previous innings. Turley collects. Turley fires. The 1-2. This one on the ground to the left side. Ruda picks it up, throws on to first. It's going to be a close play. The ball gets away from Stan King. 2 runs come across. McGuire's being held up at third as the throw is made into home plate. And that's going to be an error. And 2 runs for the Palm Springs Chill, who just took the 4-3 lead over the Canada A's.
And, Joe, you mentioned how it's got to be the worst situation to go into as a pitcher. And for a second, it looked like Turley was going to work the magic act and just allow 1. But with this Chill team, if you put the ball in play, bad things happen. You've got to just work a miracle to get out of it with bases loaded and no outs. And right there, Ethan Roberts sprinting down the line, and the A's just couldn't complete the play.
The result of 2 errors who are on base at second and third for Nick Chusano, who lifts this one in the air to left field, but it's right around the warning track and made the catch made by Matthew Warren around the warning track for out number 3. 2 stranded, but 3 come across, and the Palm Springs Chill have taken the 4-3 lead as we send it to the bottom of the third here on the California Winter League YouTube channel. Back into the action here in the bottom of the third, where the Palm Springs Chill have just flipped the table around. A 3-run inning gets them to the 4-3 lead over the Canada A's here in this semifinal matchup. Absolutely crucial, as here comes Dane Simon. The first pitch is swung on and missed.
Music.
And it's strike one on Simon. Some music playing right now, just getting back into the action here. Now the 0-1 to Simon. It's in there for strike two. So to get you guys caught up here, Austin Turley comes in to try and limit the damage. And he does his best, but it's a couple errors that are part of the reason that 3 of those runs came in to score on the bases loaded, no out situation. The next pitch misses for ball 1. It's a 1-2 count on Simon, who got a single back in the first. Their big inning where the Canada A's took the 3-0 lead as the pitch is hit into left field. Could not be fielded by John McGuire. It's going to be a single to lead things off here in the bottom of the third. 2-for-2 day for Dane Simon. That brings up Sam Ruda, who was one of the 2 errors in the top of this inning that allowed 2 unearned runs to come across, one of which was earned because it would have scored regardless with the bases loaded scenario. Ryan Schroeder. His first pitch to Ruda misses outside for ball 1. Sam Ruda, also 1 for 1 on the day, came around to score. 3 straight hits in the first inning. There's a strike. It's a 1-1 count to Sam Ruda. The most impressive thing of all is that 4 runs have come across for the Chill, none of which have come off the bat. Pitch is mishandled on the transfer by Chusano, and he advances to second on the stolen base. It's 2-1 to Sam Ruda, 2-1, the count. And now a runner in scoring position with nobody out. He represents the tying run for the Canada A's. Curveball hits. And now it's a 2-2 count for Ruda. A little bit of a shift applied for Ruda. Jarrett Burney, the shortstop, is on the right side of second base, expecting something up the middle. The 1-1 is shot back into the backstop. It's a 2-2 count. Sam Ruda takes some time to readjust his batting gloves and step back into the batter's box. Schroeder finds a sign. Schroeder fires. Swing and a miss. Ruda goes down with a K. The first strikeout of the day for Ryan Schroeder. And there's out number 1 here in the bottom of the third. Matthew Ward steps up to the plate. Got himself the RBI double. Ward from the right side. Holds his bat on his shoulder before getting ready for the first pitch. Loops into the zone, a beautiful curveball. There's strike 1. Matthew Ward behind in the count now. The 0-1. This one foul as it goes back into the on-deck circle, and now falling behind to an 0-2 count is Matthew Ward. 4-3 Palm Springs Chill in the winner-go-home game to see who advances to the championship. The A's trying to get back their lead that they got in the bottom of the first. Here's the 0-2. Misses low and outside. Caught near the dirt by Chusano. And now a 1-2 count. I should also mention that there's a new second baseman in the game. It's Mark Hernandez, who came from the British Columbia Bombers, replacing Tristan Charlo. This one hit in the air down the left field line, got some distance, and just goes foul. Really nice off the bat, nice pop off the bat, but did not have enough to carry it even over the fence, even if it was fair. It's just about a foot or two off the line.
Yeah, and right now it feels like since the first inning, just about everything has gone the Chills' way. Every time the A's have barreled up a ball, it's gone foul. And again, the Chill just put a couple balls in play, and the A's rush it a little bit. They boot a ball, and now the Chill have the lead.
It's still a 1-2 count for Matthew Ward, who inhales, exhales, and steps back, ready for the pitch. Runner at second playing around as the next pitch misses high for ball 2. Dane Simon with that stolen base. It's his 11th on the season. It ties Josh Roberts, whose Alberta Grizzly fell yesterday, and his season comes to an end. The 2-2. This one on the ground, but foul down the third base line. Matthew Ward stays alive. 4-3. The Palm Springs Chill take the lead, and the Canada A's are in a great position to at least tie up the game on a hit here, with one out in the bottom of the third. Schroeder looks back at Simon and fires. This one fouled again to the left side. Tensions rising in this righty-on-righty battle. Matthew Ward taking some time to get back in the box, again readjusting his batting gloves, taking a deep breath, a moment to himself, and back in it. Schroeder sets. Schroeder fires and misses outside for ball 3. Took some off it, but did not hit the zone. The count goes to 3-2. Chance to give up a free base, which Schroeder has not issued at all today. A stark contrast to the other pitching staff as this one's on the ground towards McGuire at third. He'll fire across the diamond for out number 2. Nice play there by McGuire to jump on that thing and keep Dane Simon at second base. Stan King, now the last hope to get the tying run at second in right after the Palm Springs Chill took the 4-3 lead. Stan King got himself an RBI on a ground out to the right side. This one hit in the air towards right center. Has a lot of height to it and a lot of distance at the warning track, and it's gone. Stan King with the go-ahead 2-run home run puts the Canada A's back on top. It's 5-4 and a big moment for the big lefty, Stan King. On 2 outs, drives a pitch deep with a 97 exit velo. It goes 390 off the bat. And it's a new ball game just like that again. How quickly things can change.
Joey, Stan King got a fastball right down the middle, and right when they needed him, right when it seems like everything's going wrong for the A's, he absolutely crushes that ball. And I'm not sure how accurate that 390 number is because it's 400 to dead center. And, I mean, from off the bat, there was no doubt that it had a chance, and it went.
Bucko was at the wall. He made a leaping attempt there, so it just narrowly cleared the wall. As the count goes to 1-1 on Matthew Warren. It was a foul ball and then a pitch that ran up inside. Ryan Schroeder now in trouble as the deficit finds the chill again. The next pitch is hit into right field and goes foul into the chill bullpen, occupied by nobody at the moment. Now 1-2.
And for a guy who's been producing all season, it just feels like he's kind of been overshadowed by the really massive bats in the lineup.
That one's hitting to left center, heading towards the gap. Giving chase are the center fielder and left fielder, as now heading to third is Warren. The throw in is not in time. A triple on 2 outs keeps this inning alive for Deontay Jackson. The wheels are coming alive for the Canada A's.
And that's just how quickly it could turn for the A's. This offense can come alive at a second. Stan King with the home run, the biggest hit of the year for the A's. And Matthew Warren right there just puts it into play and shows what those wheels can do. Right now, Deontay Jackson has a chance for a big insurance run here.
You speak of wheels, you talk about Deontay Jackson, who can absolutely run a hard 90. First pitch misses low for ball 1 to the 33-year-old who ended the inning on a fielder's choice back in the first, the last time prior to this inning that the Canada A's scored and took the lead, as they have just taken the lead back here. Next pitch just misses below the knees, a little bit higher this time, but still misses for ball 2. Deontay Jackson, the former Oregon Duck wide receiver in 2009. Was once in a Rose Bowl game. Now he's in a semifinal game in the California Winter League. He hits this one on the ground to John McGuire, who fires on to first for out number 3. A big-time 2-run home run for Stan King puts the Canada A's back on top. It's 5-4 for Paul Nochi's number 2 seed as we send it to the 4th here on the California Winter League YouTube channel. A bunch of momentum shifts and 3 lead changes early in this contest. We're through 3. The Canada A's lead it 5-4. A massive 2-run home run by Stan King gets the Canada A's back in charge, and the lead back in the hands of Austin Turley, who came in to relieve Donnie Goods last inning, who fell apart and loaded up the bases on 3 free bases on nobody out. They all scored. Only one of them earned. The first pitch misses inside to the leadoff man, Caleb Ware, taking his third plate appearance of the day. He falls ahead of the count, 1-0. Next pitch misses. Low for ball 2. Turley now responsible with the lead. We'll try and get through the next couple innings as he plunks him right in the lower back. Caleb Ware gets aboard with a free base, just like last inning, just like the past 2 innings, as a matter of fact. And the Palm Springs Chill have somebody on with nobody out. Dominic Bucko steps up. He is 0 for 1 on the day with a hit by pitch and came around to score last inning. Caleb Ware off on the first pitch. The pitch hits for strike 1. A nice throw down by Ward. Gets him in time. A beautiful on-the-money throw. A dime for Matthew Ward. Gets out number 1. And strike 1 on Dominic Bucko.
And Joey, that's why the A's have one of the better catching duos in the league, and Matthew Ward and Jed Downham, both of them have done a great job defensively. Both of them have really led that offense.
Next pitch misses low in the dirt. It's an even 1-1 count on Dominic Bucko with bases clear and 1 out now.
And right there with a really good runner in Caleb Ware, who had a good jump, just an absolute seed to get him at second.
Austin Turley from the full, now with bases clear. The 1-1. Cuts inside and hits him on the leg. The second hit by pitch for Dominic Bucko gets him to first. But now with 1 out, brings up Isaiah Fleming. Isaiah Fleming stayed patient on Donnie Goods. Worked his way to a 3-0 count. Got a called strike, and then the next pitch ran inside. He got aboard and came around to score back in the 3rd inning. We're here in the top of the 4th. The Canada A's up 5-4, but the Palm Springs Chill trying to keep things close. Turley, the first pitch is off the end of the bat. It stays fair. Stan King steps on first, cannot get the out at second. Bucko advances into scoring position on the 3 unassisted for out number 2. A nice little ricochet and a big break for Turley. But now Jarrett Burney, who has not gotten a hit today but is still very much a hitting threat, has a chance to tie up the game here with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Couple walks, came around to score both times in the 2nd and 3rd. He was the last person that Donnie Goods faced before Turley entered the game. There's a strike 1 as it loops into the zone out of the hands of Turley.
Burney, is his last 6 at-bats against the A's, hasn't been retired. 2 singles, 2 walks, reached on a fielder's choice and an error.
As he gives a big swing and a miss to that one and falls behind 0-2. At risk of being retired this time. Jarrett Burney back in the box. Turley finally coming set. Turley double looks at second. The pitch misses low and inside near the shoelaces of Burney. A 1-2 count with 2 outs here. Defense in normal depth as the breeze starts to pick up from right to left, heading outwards towards the pole side of this righty hitter. The 1-2. This one fouled back into the screen, just getting under it. Jarrett Burney stays at 1-2. The Georgia native, who this Palm Springs Chill offense has relied so heavily upon all season, has a chance to tie things up after a big momentum shift for the Canada A's, who lead 5-4 here in the top of the 4th. The 1-2. Misses low for ball 2. Tried to bury him there and end the inning. Turley working hard. And right now in the pen, just in case things go out of hand, is Alejandro Izquierdo. The 2-2 softly falls just out of the zone inside on Bernie, and it's 3-2. A really good pitch there by Austin Turley. Tough to lay off that one. Turley has a full count. The pitch gets him, rings him up. Window shopping for a strikeout. Jarrett Burney goes down with a backwards K and leaves the runner in scoring position stranded. A big shutdown inning for Austin Turley as the Canada A's have the 5-4 lead heading into the bottom of the 4th here on the California Winter League YouTube channel.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are two teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
A massive comeback inning for Austin Turley, who in 14 pitches faces 4 batters despite getting 2 hit-by pitches. To kick things off, he holds the line with the 1-run lead intact for his Canada A's, who lead 5-4 heading into the bottom of the 4th. The first pitch misses outside to Grayson Moeller. Still on the mound is Ryan Schroeder, who is narrowly approaching 60 pitches coming into his 4th inning of work as the next pitch is fouled to the left side out of play. A 1-1 count. The first and third inning, Ryan Schroeder threw at or over 25 pitches. So the next pitch misses in the dirt for ball 2, and in those 2 long innings, the Canada A's score 2 or more. It was the big 2-run home run by Stan King that gets us to this point as Grayson Moeller crushes one into right field. Heading towards the warning track, it falls just ahead of the General Insurance sign. Sliding into second with the leadoff double is Grayson Moeller. An extra base king for the Canada A's and a runner in scoring position for Jorge Colon.
And this is what the A's offense can do. They can look lifeless at times, but unlike other teams that need to just string together a bunch of singles and doubles, this team can bludgeon you to death. They had the big home run. They followed it with a triple by Matthew Warren, and right now Grayson Moeller adding to those extra base totals.
That was his 14th hit of the season and Moeller's 7th extra base hit. Jorge Colon shows bunt, gets one up the first base line. A beautiful bunt that just goes foul. Just barely. Had that stayed in bounds, it was running right up the line. That would have been a perfect sacrifice to get another insurance run in Moeller in scoring position for the top of the lineup. But nevertheless, it's an 0-1 count for Jorge Colon, who reached on a fielder's choice back in the second. The 0-1. Swung on and missed. Cut inside. He tried to move back and rip something down to the pull side. The righty now behind 0-2 on Schroeder. Second time he's faced him today. Next pitch misses high and inside. He watches that go by for ball one. Joey Miller, Stephen Buxton, and an exciting semifinal game here at Palm Springs Stadium, the penultimate day of the 2025 California Winter League season. Next pitch hits, or rather misses outside. It was a good pitch there at 83 for Schroeder, but it evens up the count 2-2. Colon awaits. Here's the 2-2. Misses low and outside on a breaking ball. And the count runs full. Grayson Moeller at second, the leadoff double. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. The Canada A's trying to expand on their one-run lead over the Palm Springs Chill. The 3-2 is fouled off. A protective swing there from Colon as it ran inside on him. He's really liking those inside pitches. He doesn't crowd the plate too much. Colon also still trying to get the first hit of the season off of the Chill as the next pitch is fouled off and right above our heads. It stays 3-2. Jorge Colon did start off the season very hot. He cooled off around the end of January and the beginning of February as well, but has done a great job picking himself up down the stretch. Trying to become a role player for these A's, looking to get into the championship. There's a swing and a miss as it cut up and inside on him and did not get a piece of it this time. There's a strikeout, the second one of the day for Schroeder. And out number one brings up the leadoff man in Juan Francis. Juan Francis, a defensive asset for the Canada A's, just as much as he is an offensive one. He's 0 for 2 on the day as he gets this one right up the middle. One hopped into the glove of Schroeder, who looks back. Moeller at second before flipping on to first for out number two. Good reactionary time by Schroeder. That's the second time Francis has hit it right to him. There's out number two. It brings up Dane Simon, who's 2 for 2 on the day. Came around to score twice.
Yeah, the second time he's hit it right at him, but about 10 miles an hour slower that time. The first time around, third pitch of the game, and it was an absolute heater right at Schroeder.
Good point there. As Dane Simon steps in here. Nice curveball that breaks into the zone for strike one. 5-4 A's, 2 outs and a runner at second. Schroeder trying to put up a zero of his own after Austin Turley did just that in the top of this fourth inning. The 0-1 is foul just over the net and over the bleachers to the right side. It's an 0-2 count on Dane Simon. Some new balls for the umpire. All these foul balls from the Canada A's. The wind has died down significantly, especially if you compare it to yesterday, where we were really in a wind tunnel here at Palm Springs Stadium. Next pitch misses low for ball one. It was that quarterfinal game that got the Palm Springs Chill into this position. Their win over the Alberta Grizzly. And also the Blue Sox defeating the Power. Blue Sox we will see face off against Team China in the afternoon game. This one on the ground towards third base. John McGuire had a play on it, but knocked it down. Does not throw to first. Instead throws to second. Grayson Moeller gets back to second in time. That's going to be an error there, as that was softly hit to John McGuire. And for McGuire and the team in total, rather, just for McGuire. That's his first error. That's the team's second. And it gets another runner on. Now first and second for Sam Ruda. For John McGuire, that is back-to-back games with an error, I should say. That's what I was going for. Tom Vaith heading out to the mound. Nick Chusano patting Ryan Schroeder on the back as he anticipates the ball being taken from him potentially here with 2 outs. Tom Vaith does not play games. He's here to win. He might give him a chance to get this last out in Sam Ruda, but he's a tough out. Ruda coming into this at-bat 1 for 2, discussing a defensive strategy with this pause in the action here. The Canada A's lead it 5-4. Again, just trying to punch across an insurance run. They got back-to-back outs after the leadoff double. Grayson Moeller still at second. They will let Ryan Schroeder try and finish the job against Sam Ruda. There is some stirring in the Palm Springs Chill bullpen. It appears to be Kyle Bell, one of the newer additions after his Palm Springs Power ended their season yesterday at the hands of the Washington Blue Sox. First pitch to Sam Ruda. Hits at the knees for strike 1.
Yeah, and I think that if there was 1 out in this situation or no outs, then it's definitely the hook for Schroeder. But Kyle Bell hasn't really been warming up with a ton of intent down there, so he's far from ready.
Next pitch misses outside. It's a 1-1 count on Ruda, who is one of the 2 strikeout victims of Ryan Schroeder.
So when you're this close, you've got 1 out to get out of it. I think it's the right move to keep Schroeder in there and not throw a cold reliever out there into the fire.
There's a swing and a miss on a pitch that sunk below the zone there. 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. Ryan Schroeder steps back onto the rubber. Sam Ruda holds out his bat and comes set. Both of them do. For the 1-2. Hits on the outside corner, a backwards K. Bookends this inning, leaving 2 stranded. And no runs coming across for the Canada A's, who hold that narrow 1-run lead. It's 5-4 after 4. The A's on top of the Chill, heading into the 5th. Here on the California Winter League YouTube channel.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Good things come in 3s, like our Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Maybe the saying should be good things come in 19.99s. Maybe not. The Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99.
Heading into the 5th inning here, the Canada A's with the ever so narrow 1-run lead, a 5-4 score over the number 3 Palm Springs Chill. Who will advance and whose season will end after today? Who will face the winner of the Blue Sox and Team China, set to play off next here at Palm Springs Stadium? But a new pitcher on the mound relieves Austin Turley, who's in line for the win as it stands right now. Alejandro Izquierdo, the 19-year-old from Florida, steps up to be the rock that he has been out of the pen. One start in 8 appearances, 7 from the pen. And in that one start was probably the biggest gem that he's pitched all season, 6 innings and 72 pitches. A perfectly clean game aside from one run that came across on his own accord in a win against the Power. The first pitch cuts up and in on John McGuire for a 1-0 count to start off his appearance. Next one bends in there for strike one, and back in it is Izquierdo, who's kept his ERA at a beautiful .46 in 15 innings of work. 3 saves as well. There's a swing and a miss by John McGuire, who falls behind 1-2.
Yeah, Joe, you know you've had a fantastic season when that one starts 6 innings, 1 run. It's the only blemish he's had this season.
The 1-2 is popped up foul behind home plate. It'll stay 1-2.
So when one of the best starts in the whole season out of the entire league is the only run you've allowed all season, I mean, Izquierdo's been an absolute workhorse for this A's team.
Next pitch misses in the dirt to John McGuire to even things up at 2 apiece, and you're exactly right, Stephen. I think Paul Noce wanted to save him for a potential start on Sunday, but with a game this close, you really got to put all your cards on the table to try and advance to the next round. John McGuire takes a pitch high, 4-3. The count runs full.
And now it's a question of how long do they let him go? Do they let him finish the game if he starts rolling?
I'd expect so if he keeps his pitch count low. This one ripped into left field. That'll fall fair down the line. John McGuire rounding first and settles into second. A stand-up leadoff double for the Palm Springs Chill. A chance to tie things here with nobody out.
Great job by McGuire. He's going against one of the hardest pitchers to get a hit off of because Izquierdo throws the kitchen sink at you, but he got the fastball up and in, able to pull the hands in and just ropes it down the left field line. 98 off the bat.
So now it'll be Jamonte Woods the chance to be a hero here. He lined out to the first baseman Stan King that prevented runs at the time. He ended up coming across regardless on an E5 a couple batters later. Back in the only inning, or rather the second inning that the Palm Springs Chill scored, Jamonte Woods, the lefty, takes a ball low from the righty Izquierdo. Ahead of the count, 1-0. 0 for 1 on the day on that lineup, but he also walked, came around to third in the second. Facing his third pitcher of the day, Woods takes a big hack, trying to send that one into the exosphere. And it's a 1-1 count on the Oregon native, Jamonte Woods. McGuire, a good lead at second. Now the 1-1. Another mammoth hack. And falling behind, 1-2 now is Jamonte Woods. 5-4, Canada A's. But the tying run for the Chill is John McGuire at second. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th. The pitch, a big hack for Woods. Sends him down swinging for the first strikeout from Alejandro Izquierdo on the day, his 17th on the season in 15-plus innings of work. And there's out number 1 to bring up the new batter, Mark Hernandez, who came in the bottom of the 3rd, fresh from the British Columbia Bombers. This part of the season where all these managers who have lived on another day try to poach some of the best talent from the other teams that have not advanced. He takes strike 1 on a breaking ball. Hernandez yesterday versus the Grizzly. Sorry, not yesterday versus the Grizzly. On Wednesday in the wild card game, he fouls one back into the screen for an 0-2 count. He came in defensively in the final inning as they were eliminated on Wednesday. But for the season against the Bombers, he went 3 for 17, a Session 2 guy, 176 in 6 games played. He falls behind 0-2 to Alejandro Izquierdo. Next pitch, a beautiful one. Tried to frame it back in the zone. Ward does not get the call. It's a 1-2 count on Hernandez. Runner at second and 1 out for the Palm Springs Chill. Izquierdo stands tall. Looks back a couple times at McGuire, now 3 times. For what will be the 1-2 coming up next. This one's hit into center field. Backing up is Francis. He'll make the grab on the run. That'll allow McGuire to advance to third. The relay in prevents any extra bases there. A productive out for Mark Hernandez. But now with 2 outs, the tying run 90 feet away for Ethan Roberts.
And great job by Francis, that speedy outfield for the A's that's been so good defensively all year. With how the sun is right now, you're almost looking directly into it with the angle that that ball was coming in at him, and he had a long way to run.
15 pitches to get 2 batters out. As the first pitch hits for strike 1. The home plate umpire looked left and right before making that call. But a nice frame job there by Ward. The I believe something similar to a fastball down the middle. The 0-1. Off the end of the bat, but cut under it. It goes foul. It's an 0-2 count on Ethan Roberts, who's 0 for 2 on the day. A strikeout and an E5. That scored a couple runs back in the third. That got the Chill the lead for a brief moment before Stan King got the lead back in the bottom of the third, that same frame. The 0-2 with 2 outs. Again, fouled back. Getting under it again is Ethan Roberts. He'll readjust his batting gloves and step back in the box for a continued 0-2 count. Just 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. Izquierdo wants to hold the lead for his Canada A's. The 0-2 misses high for ball 1. He kept those first 3 pitches relatively low and inside and then goes high to try and get him to chase on the 0-2 count. Next pitch will be his 5th in this at-bat. The 1-2. Curveball hung up into center field, but Ethan Roberts got under it. Juan Francis doesn't have to make too much of a movement to grab that one for out number 3. 3 straight outs after the leadoff double, who advances to third, and the Canada A's hold their 1-run lead into the bottom of the 5th here on the California Winter League YouTube channel.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
Bottom 5, Ryan Schroeder out for his 5th inning of work. Trying to be a workhorse here. He's typically gone around 5 innings in his best starts, although this not being one of them, as he's behind 5-4 to the Canada A's. Alejandro Izquierdo faced 4 batters after giving up the leadoff double. First pitch cuts inside for ball 1 on Matthew Ward, who comes into this at-bat 1 for 2. For Alejandro Izquierdo, giving up that leadoff double that deletes the no-hitter that they had going on. Despite the 4 runs that came across there, that was the first hit of the day. As there's a big swing and a miss by Matthew Ward. The count evens up to 1 apiece. Some defensive rearrangement for Tom Vaith. After the error from John McGuire, he was having a tough day at the hot corner. He moves to second as the pitch misses low for ball 2. And moving from second to third is Mark Hernandez, who came into the game in the bottom of the third to relieve Tristan Charlo. The 2-1. This one on the ground to Hernandez. A throw on to first for out number 1. That brings up the so far hero of this game, Stan King, who absolutely crushed a home run to dead center. The go-ahead 2-run home run back in the bottom of the third off this same pitcher. He's got 3 RBIs today so far in total. Pitch misses low and in for ball 1 on Stan King, the first baseman, who also made a great grab at first base to limit damage that came across anyways, but he did his job on a line drive into his glove at 97 off the bat. This one on the ground to the right side, but it goes foul into home plate first.
And it feels like the entire game, the A's were just looking down the bench, just waiting for essentially someone to do something. Stan King, with that mammoth home run, just sends a jolt of life through that bench.
And since then, has not found that same life, despite a couple hits coming across in the past 2 innings, heading into their 3rd inning since that, or rather their 2nd inning since it. The next pitch misses low for ball 2. It's a 2-1 count on Stan King. Looks on with anticipation, quickly back into his windup, and now on the ground to the right side, a couple hops. Jamonte Woods will field it on the backhand and step on first base for out number 2. Matthew Warren comes to the plate here. Big 2-for-2 day. Halfway to the cycle, he's got the tough one out of the way, and we know this guy can go yard. He got a go-ahead home run against Team China earlier this season for their first win over the number 1 seed, set to play later today. He takes strike 1 on the outside corner. He's got himself an RBI single and a triple that they did absolutely nothing with because the next batter got the 3rd out. Next pitch misses in the dirt, kicks away from Chusano, but no problem there as its base is clear. It's a 1-1 count. After all that excitement in the first 3 innings of this game, it's kind of come to a lull as there have not been any runs scored since that bottom of the 3rd. This one gets through to the right side. Matthew Warren is aboard at first with his 3rd hit of the day. A nice clean single through the hole on the right side. With 2 outs, brings up Deontay Jackson. Great job keeping this inning alive. He has absolutely figured out Ryan Schroeder, who's trying to conclude his 5th inning of work. He's had over 20 pitches in 3 of his 4 innings. At this point, near or well over 60 pitches, as the first pitch misses outside to the righty Deontay Jackson. 0 for 1 with a fielder's choice. Warren getting a couple steps off first, being held on by Jamonte Woods. The 1-0 as the runner goes, a big swing and a miss. The throw is not there, as it might have been a batter's interference there. We'll see. Because Deontay Jackson's swing kind of bumped Chusano as his throw went down to second. Tom Vaith will have a discussion with the umpire about it. It'll be a 1-1 count for Deontay Jackson after all the heated argument subsides. Tom Vaith using hand motions to explain the potential interference. Also Schroeder having a chat with Deontay Jackson. It looks like they'll keep the call as it is. Schroeder really not thrilled as the ball is thrown and it hits him in the back there. He was not ready for that throw from the umpire. Still a pause in the action as the ball actually was being held by the second baseman, McGuire. And after all that hullabaloo, with 2 outs and a runner at second now on the stolen base, it'll be a 1-1 count to Deontay Jackson. Everybody back in place here, back in the batter's box is Jackson. Schroeder fires the 1-1. This one hit in the air in foul territory. Jamonte Woods grabs it for out number 3. The runner is left in scoring position. Matthew Warren getting his 3rd hit of the day. And Schroeder faces 4 to get out of his 5th inning of work. And we're through 5. The past 2 innings have not scored anybody. The Canada A's with the 5-4 lead into the 6th here on the California Winter League YouTube channel.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like our Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Maybe the saying should be good things come in 1999s. Maybe not. The Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99.
For 20 years, our family's mission has been simple. It all starts at Stuffed, where exceptional service meets bold flavors. Every crust, a masterpiece. Cocktails crafted to perfection in an atmosphere that brings family and friends together. Stuffed pizza, dine-in or takeout. Savor and enjoy at our 2 locations. Quality, service, family legacy, it all starts at Stuffed.
We are through 5 here in the semifinal round, game 1, the morning game between the number 3 Palm Springs Chill, who are behind to the Canada A's 5-4. Alejandro Izquierdo back on the mound for his 2nd inning of work in relief of Donnie Goods and Austin Turley, who both go 2 innings pitched and have given up those 4 runs, all 4 of them 2 earned on the account of Donnie Goods. The first pitch to Nick Chusano, the 9 spot, fouls this one into home plate for strike 1. It took 18 pitches and 4 batters faced for Alejandro Izquierdo to get out of the inning after allowing the first hit of the game for the Palm Springs Chill in the 5th inning on a leadoff double. Next pitch fouled back, and it's an 0-2 count to Chusano, who comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 with a walk, an RBI. He walked in a run, the first run of the game for the Chill back in the 2nd. Pitch misses in the dirt for ball 1. Izquierdo, not a fan of fastballs. He'll typically hit you with that sinker-slider combo, and it's clearly worked so well for him throughout the season. I think regardless of this appearance today, scouts should be trying to sign this guy, as this one's hit into left field. It falls in front of Francis, who comes over and grabs it. It's a leadoff single to Nick Chusano. as he's known by his teammates Chewy. He gets aboard at first and now represents the tying run. The top of the lineup, Caleb Ware, steps up for his fourth plate appearance.
And it looks like this might be Schroeder's last inning. If the Chill can do anything on offense, they've had Johansel Gomez warming up for the last couple innings, and he's been able to close a couple games out in multi-inning saves.
Caleb Ware fouls this one back into the parking lot on the third base side. It's an 0-1 count. I'd anticipate Gomez to be held on for a potential save opportunity. I think I see Cruz. No, that's still Johansel Gomez. You can tell by his stature. Standing at 6'7". Hard to miss him. The 0-1. Leans into the strike zone on a breaking ball. It's an 0-2 count for Caleb Ware. Nobody out. And one on. Palm Springs Chill trying to fight back and trying to see another day. Caleb Ware takes time. Izquierdo comes set quickly. Here's the 0-2. Ball outside. Nice framework. Ward had some late action to try and pull that one into the strike zone. Ward has really been doing a great job behind the plate, trying to frame some of these pitches, just not getting those calls. Izquierdo takes a breath. Looks up and down and fires the 1-2. Caleb Ware gets a piece of it and stays alive.
It looks like if Izquierdo gets into any trouble, Chet Robinson has been moving around in the bullpen for the A's.
0 for 1 on the day. Caleb Ware has a fielder's choice and a hit by pitch. The 1-2 again. This one, a one-hopper. Jorge Colon knocks it down, gets the front out at second. Had the transfer not been mishandled, he might have gotten a double play there, but it still gets the lead runner out. An important first out on the fielder's choice there.
Yeah, we've seen fielding be a little bit of an adventure for both teams. Jorge Colon can't come up with the ball there, but a good job staying with it, staying collected, and just making sure to at least get one out on that play.
Dominic Bucco, who is an offensive threat at the 2 spot, has only gotten something once off the bat on an F8 back in the first. Otherwise, he's been hit by the pitch in 2 straight plate appearances. He gets this one on the ground up the first base line, goes foul. It's gloved by Stan King as he tried to stay in fair territory when he fielded that one and get out number 2. But all for naught, as Caleb Ware will have to retrace his steps back to first. Kyle Bell now getting to work in the bullpen right now. We'll likely see him come into the 6th inning. After 5 innings of Ryan Schroeder. There's a throw over to first. Sliding back in safely is Caleb Ware. It's an 0-1 count on Dominic Bucco. 1 out here. 5-4 A's. The Palm Springs Chill trying to break ahead and get the lead for the first time since the top of the 3rd. Izquierdo. The 0-1. This one hit in the air towards right field. Backing up is Jackson. He'll make the grab just about 10 feet shy of the warning track for out number 2. Up comes Isaiah Fleming. And right now, here in the top of the 6th inning, if you're the Palm Springs Chill, you need to do something here. 2 straight prior innings without a score on the board have allowed the A's to hold this narrow margin. If Fleming can get aboard, it's Jarrett Burney in the on-deck circle as Caleb Ware goes towards second. The pitch misses outside. The play at second, a beautiful play by Dane Simon, sliding forward and making the back tag from Matthew Ward. The second time he gets somebody caught stealing, ends the inning. An exclamation mark after 6 innings of work from the Canada A's pitching staff. We send it into the bottom of the 6th with the 5-4 Canada A's lead intact here on the California Winter League YouTube channel.
Quality first. It's quite a philosophy to live by. But world-class ingredients are the foundation of great meals. And we wouldn't have it any other way. At Kaiser Grill in downtown Palm Springs, we believe you deserve the best. So whether it's dinner for 2 or a celebration with 200 friends, quality is our promise to you. Because quality is king. Quality is Kaiser.
An amazing caught-stealing play from Matthew Ward. The connection to Dane Simon ends the top of the 6th, as that has been 3 straight offensive innings for the Palm Springs Chill, where their offense has not plated a run. Without lack of trying, they've gotten a base runner on all 3 of those innings, and they've come close. But the Canada A's have held the line 5-4 in this semifinal matchup. The Canada A's trying to advance to the championship tomorrow afternoon, and a new pitcher on the mound for the Chill for the first time today is Kyle Bell, who gets the first pitch in there for strike 1 on the lower outside corner to Grayson Moeller. He's gotten aboard twice today, once on an E4 and the second time on a leadoff double back in the 4th that the A's did nothing with. This one on the ground towards the on-deck circle, narrowly clips what will appear to be a pinch hitter. Coming up next for Jorge Colon, Daisuke Fukuda stands in the on-deck circle. The first scratch in the lineup for Paul Nochi today. This one on the ground towards first base. And running on to first base himself is Jamonte Woods for the 3 unassisted and out number 1. Here in the bottom of the 6th. So Daisuke Fukuda, the infielder, should be a straight switch as far as I know. Sam Ruda can also play anywhere if they need to mix things around. Fukuda typically is at third base, but he comes in for the shortstop Jorge Colon. Fukuda on the season a .226 batter. Since last Saturday has gone 4 for 10 with 3 RBIs. He takes strike 1 off of Kyle Bell, and now finally a chance to tell you about Kyle Bell. He came from the Palm Springs Power after the Power season ended yesterday in the quarterfinals at the hands of the Blue Sox, who face off next against the number 1 seed Team China. He gets a swing and a miss from Daisuke Fukuda. It's an 0-2 count with 1 out and nobody on. The Canada A's with the 1-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Kyle Bell out of the Trois Rivières Aigle in the Frontier League. This one in the ground and foul. 3 pitches and an 0-2 count still for Daisuke Fukuda. for Kyle Bell on the season. 8 appearances, 1 start. Struggled with the earned runs, especially in that one outing against on the 10th. As this one's in the air towards right field. In his sights, Roberts has it and makes the grab for out number 2.
And for Kyle Bell, it's essentially a tale of 2 seasons. I mean, he started out with the power, and it was one of the worst outings that you could imagine. He gave up 13 runs, 6 of them were earned. He just couldn't find the strike zone, and when he was, the same team he's on right now, the Chill, were just teeing off. He gave up 11 hits, but since then, he's got 5 outings with 0 earned runs.
Up comes the top of the lineup, a called strike 1 on Juan Francis, who has been an excellent leadoff man throughout the season, but has gone 0 for 3 today. Ryan Schroeder finishes his outing. 5 innings pitched, 9 hits, 5 runs all earned, 0 walks, excuse me, and 3 strikeouts in 93 pitches in those 5 innings as Juan Francis fouls it to the opposite side. 1 pitch away from getting a clean 1-2-3 inning and sending it into the final inning of regulation is Kyle Bell. I think they'll stick with Alejandro Izquierdo to try and close the door on a 3-inning save, unless we see otherwise. Francis hits one up the left field line, goes foul again. 5-4, Canada A's. These 2 teams trying to see tomorrow. Juan Francis from the left side with the bat on his shoulders. The 0-2 again. Misses outside for ball 1. Everything for Juan Francis today in his 0 for 3 at-bats has come off of the bat of Juan Francis. This is the first time he's seeing a different righty on the mound for Tom Vaith's Chill. The 1-2. This one in the air and a line drive caught by the shortstop Bernie. That'll end the inning. A 1-2-3 for Kyle Bell in relief of his starter Ryan Schroeder. We send it to the top of the 7th to see if the Canada A's can lock down a spot in the championship game. Alejandro Izquierdo taking the mound. We'll see what happens when we come back. 5-4 A's here on the California Winter League YouTube channel.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
We're into the final inning of regulation here in the semifinal round of the California Winter League 2025 season. The Canada A's, the number 2 seed coming into today, have taken the 5-4 lead in the bottom of the 3rd. Nobody has scored since that. And Alejandro Izquierdo, the Florida native, comes in on the mound for his 3rd inning of work, a potential 3-inning save if he can keep the chill to a minimum as he has in the past couple innings. 5-4 Canada A's, and the last hope for the Palm Springs Chill brings up Isaiah Fleming, who is at the plate At the end of last inning, he takes strike one. It was a 1-0 count and a caught stealing from Caleb Ware that ended that inning. The 0-1 to Fleming is on the ground to Daisuke Fukuda, who comes in for Jorge Colon. He fires on to first, a bit high, but in enough time for out number one. Jarrett Burney, who has been nothing short of amazing for this amazing Palm Springs Chill offense, takes his fourth plate appearance of the day. He has not gotten a hit. He has come around to score twice, a couple walks and a strikeout looking back in the fourth. First pitch to him is fouled off into Sunrise Park on the first base side. It's strike number one. Playoff hopes trying to stay alive. The Palm Springs Chill with one out here. The pitch misses low for ball one. In the pen is Johansel Gomez in case things go the Palm Springs Chill way. But we shall see. It's the 1-1. Is on the ground to the left side. Sam Ruda grabs it and throws across the diamond. A nice pick there by Stan King. And the Canada A's are 1 out away from advancing to the title game. The one man who stands in the way is John McGuire. John McGuire, coming into this at-bat, holds one of the two hits that the Palm Springs Chill have gotten off of this Canada A's pitching staff today. The first pitch to him. Hits inside for strike one. Izquierdo, the 0-1. In the air, towards shallow center, this could do it. Juan Francis is in, and he makes the grab for out number 3. The Canada A's have defeated the Palm Springs Chill and will advance to the championship game tomorrow afternoon. 5-4 the victory, and the number 2 seed sees another day. An absolute battle down the stretch of this game, this one-run game that had seen 3 different lead changes in just the first 3 innings, finally comes to a close. And for Tom Vaith's Palm Springs Chill, that ends the season for such an incredible team that put up a great effort in this game here. We'll step aside here and tell you more about it when we come back for a brief post-game show here on the California Winter League YouTube channel. Game 1 of the semifinals has concluded. Paul Nochi's number 2 Canada A's have advanced to the championship game over the Palm Springs Chill, whose season has just concluded at the number 3 seed. Joey Miller, Stephen Buxton here to quickly wrap up this game before the next semifinal game due up next here in just a few minutes. it was a matchup offensively right out of the gate. The first 3 innings were electric. The A's took the 3-0 lead in the bottom of the first off of Ryan Schroeder, and the Chill slowly chipped away. They got 1 run back in the top of the second, denying the shutdown inning from the starter Donnie Goods, who fell into trouble early, giving up 6 walks, walking in a free run. And after getting into the trouble in his second consecutive inning into the third, they brought in Austin Turley, who limited the damage, but 3 runs came across in that inning, allowing the Chill to get the 2-run lead, or rather the 1-run lead in the top of the third. But quickly in the bottom of the third, the A's responded. Stan King, a 2-run mammoth home run to center field, got them back into this game, and after that it was a pitching duel.
Yeah, from the start, it looked like Ryan Schroeder was going to be in a bit of trouble, but he did a good job of, once that third inning came and left, he put up zeros over and over, but it just, at that point, it was just too much. The A's pitching staff between Turley and Izquierdo just shut them down, and like always, once Alejandro Izquierdo enters the game, the A's win just about 9 times out of 10. He's only allowed 1 run, another multi-inning save. He got the 3-inning save, and he's not going to be able to start tomorrow. But the big thing for Paul Noce is they clinched their way into playing tomorrow.
Absolutely. The 3-inning save for Alejandro Izquierdo on 37 pitches, allowing just 2 hits, both of which the only 2 hits the Palm Springs Chill got all day. That's what happens. That's how you beat the Palm Springs Chill. You get to their offense and you shut them down just like they did today. Austin Turley gets the win. Ryan Schroeder gets the loss. Closes the book on Tom Vaith's 10th California Winter League season. And when we come back in just about 20 minutes or so, it'll be the Washington Blue Sox, the 5 seed, to face the number 1 seed Team China to see who faces off against the Canada A's in the championship game tomorrow to take it all home. We shall see. From Joey Miller and Stephen Buxton, thank you so much for tuning in, but now it's time for us to tune out momentarily. We'll see you soon here on the California Winter League YouTube channel.